I'm Tom Wadsworth. I was born and raised in Dixon. Went to Dixon High School just down the block this way. Graduated in 1971, then went off to school. Ended up with a couple of master's degrees and a PhD. But I'm back in Dixon, my hometown, and I love it here. This place started because of the Rock River that we see right in front of us. This was a block to getting to Galena. People wanted to get to Galena, but the river stopped them, and so they needed to get across. And this was one of the first places where a ferry was established across the river so that they could get from that side to this side and then go on up toward Galena. And John Dixon came here in 1830, took over the ferry, and built a cabin on the south side of the river, and that was the beginning of Dixon. There's a lot of rich history here in Dixon. We're standing on President's Park, but the Lincoln statue is here, which is the only statue of Abraham Lincoln as a soldier that stands here. It was erected in 1930 on Dixon's centennial, since they started in 1830. We have the log cabin, the old settlers cabin that stands behind me. That was built in the 1890s as a commemorative to the old settlers who had come here in the 1830s and 40s. One event that really put Dixon on the map was the Blackhawk War of 1832. Blackhawk was the leader of a bunch of Indians in this area, and he had been sent out across the Mississippi River by a treaty, but in 1832 he got to thinking, nah, I was robbed and I needed to go back. Scared everybody in this area, but that started a war. And a fort was built right here on this very property, Fort Dixon. One of the soldiers that came here to serve at Fort Dixon was Abraham Lincoln. President Zachary Taylor was a lieutenant colonel at Fort Dixon at the same time. I suppose of all of Dixon history, the individual we're most proud of is Ronald Regan. This is where he grew up, lived here from 1920 up to 1932 after college. Went to Dixon High School here. Of course, when he became president, he came back here in 1984 on a very, very cold February, which is his birthday. And the whole town turned out, even though it was below zero. Thousands and thousands of people showed up. We're so proud to have this man to be from our hometown.